Hello my lovely beautiful humans. So I am back and I know it's been a while and I'm sorry. I had to kind of do a little bit of background planning, background figuring out as to where I wanted to head with my channel. Even though I'm nobody, there's still people online trying to steal my ideas, like through my Instagram stories. It's like, FYI guys, I can see when you guys see what I post, and coincidentally they post the same shit like a little bit later. But anyways, let's ignore those people. I'm happy to be back with you guys, and some of you guys have had the privilege of being in my room and staring at everything that I have and be like, do you even finish anything? And the question is, yes I do. I do finish stuff. So that's actually what today's video is going to be about. It's going to be a collection of my empties. And keep in mind, I have been collecting these over a year-ish. No, actually less than a year. But it gives you guys a pretty good idea of products that I loved enough that I had to go ahead and finish them all up, because I would literally use them that much. So most of these I have not repurchased, and it's not because I didn't like them, it's just because I have so much shit I'm trying to get through, guys. So keep that in mind. So let's start off with a small category, which is concealers. I think this is actually my smallest category, concealers. So I have the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Sand, and I have Sephora's Bright Future Concealer. Now, both of these are fantastic options. This one's 14 and this one is 28, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Shape Tape comes with 10 milliliters, and Sephora Collection, I don't think it says. I want to say it's 10 milliliters as well, but I'll have to double check that and I'll put it somewhere around here. So with the Tarte Shape Tape, I really enjoyed it. It has a really big applicator, and let's see if this focuses in. No, it won't focus in, but that's okay. So it's a really big applicator, especially when you compare it to the Sephora. And I'll actually insert a picture so you guys can see it a lot better, but let me see if this works. Does that work? Sort of. Yeah, so there you can really see the comparison. Now, affordable wise, Sephora was pretty good. It was only 14 bucks. I think I actually got this on sale when I was still working at Sephora for like $7. But Shape Tape, it gives you really good coverage and all of that stuff. I mean, you guys have heard about it. Sephora Collection is actually pretty good. For the price point, it's actually better than most drugstore concealers that I've tried. But it's not as expensive as a high-end prestige brand of concealer. So both of them are really good options. Now, next category, powders. I actually have quite a few of these. Well, okay, let's start off with setting powders. So I have an empty for the Laura Mercier, and it was actually gratis from Sephora. This one's gratis from Sephora too. So I have Kat Von D's translucent powder and Laura Mercier's translucent powder. In my personal preference and my experience of using these for months, I really like this one better. It doesn't leave your skin looking super matte like the Beauty Bakery, but this one was a little bit too glowy. My recommendation, if you have normal to oily skin, use Laura Mercier. If you have more dry skin, use Kat Von D, and that's what I would actually recommend to my clients at Sephora. I would tell them to go with Kat Von D because it's a little bit more glowy and it's a little bit more there. Now, Laura Mercier has 29 grams. I think it's $39. Kat Von D has 19, and it's like 30 bucks. So for your money, if you break it down, I think you still get a better deal with Laura Mercier. And I will also put the price versus the size comparison up there and see which one's the winner, because I don't know off the top of my head. Now, other powders were face powders, and I'll actually start pulling up from my most favorite to my kind of not so much favorite, because sometimes you're just like, Okay, so my favorite powder of all time is Kat Von D. And I know she's had a lot of controversy, and I know she doesn't make this powder anymore, which I don't know why. This formula was amazing. She legit just needed to add a lot more foundation shades. But I was medium 57. You guys can see it's all gone. And this one was actually my second one. But what I liked about this one, they gave you full coverage. But it was still a nice, smooth, silky formula. It was really hard to explain. And this one I think used to retail for $35. So this one was my first, like my number one out of my face powders that I finished. Number 2, and this one's a drugstore option. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. It's this one that comes in this like square container. It's all empty. I really like this one. I think I just needed to change the color of it because I think I went a little bit too dark. But it was really great at touching up, at mattifying and stuff like that. It didn't give you as much coverage as Kat Von D, and it didn't have that smooth, silky feel. But it was still a great product for the price that you were paying. And I think with Ulta you can get coupons, and then they're always having like a buy one get one free or buy one get one 50% off for L'Oreal. So definitely check out that powder if you have oily skin. It's fantastic. And then that one I was actually shade 500 some beige, which I think I could have gone one shade lighter. My third favorite was the Sephora collection. This one was actually a tester, and it was their Matte Perfection Powder Foundation. Now this one's really good, but honestly I think this retails for like 20 something and this retails for like 12. I would buy this rather than this. The only benefit is I think this one has more shade range than this one does, so that's something to keep in mind. But coverage wise they were about the same. So the last powder, and honestly, I didn't hate this. It just wasn't like my favorite. This one's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade W6. So if you're around my skin tone, that kind of gives you an idea of what shades you should be looking at. Now this one was really good. What I really liked about this one was I had powder all around here. Like, you know when you dig a hole in the center of your compact and you hit pan, and then for no reason like all of this will shatter off because there's nothing holding it. This one didn't do that. Like, it literally let me get down to the last like little bit. So I really did like that about it. You can actually kind of still see some, let's see if I'll focus, you can still see some powder around like the edges. Coverage wise was pretty good. For my oily skin, it wasn't exactly the best formula. What I really did like using that one for would be to put my liquid foundation and then just kind of add some warmth and kind of set it a little bit while I started working with everything else. So that's what that one was good for. Next category. So eyeliners. And this is something that I freaking get asked all the time, guys, like eyeliners. And okay, so let's split it up into 2 categories. And there's actually one more that I don't know what I did with it, but let's start off with liquid liner pens. My favorite liquid liner pen out of all time is Kat Von D, her tattoo liner. It just is perfect for me. The formula is on point. The tip is my favorite type, my favorite kind of tip. Everything's good about it, but she's a little bit controversial, and I'm actually planning on doing a Kat Von D video as to the real reason her brand failed. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, so Kat Von D tattoo liner, my favorite one, but it's like 20 bucks at Sephora. So my second favorite is this one, which is the Physicians Formula. Let's see if I can. Okay, so it's not gonna really zoom in, guys. Oh, there we go. Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliners plus Serum in Ultra Black. Now this one I really liked it because one, it's a really great affordable option. I think it's only like 10 bucks at the drugstore. And the other thing about it is the exact same tip as Kat Von D. Now it has more of that brush tip, so the good thing about that is that it's not going to get clogged with eyeliner or with eyeshadow. as the felt tips, sometimes they do, and then that's where you have to like always be cleaning those with alcohol. So that's something to keep in mind. Another one that I've used up during this time is Tarte's, and this one I don't even know. It's part of the Rainforest of the Sea collection, actually, like blurred off. But this one I wasn't. If you like super thin lines, then it's definitely something to look at. Like, that thing is tiny. Like, comparing it to the eye booster, I'll show you guys. Let's see if it'll focus. Come on, focus, focus. Let's see, will it focus right there? Guys, I just got a new camera, so I'm learning how to work with it. Okay, there. You guys can see how much tinier the eye booster is compared to, or the Tarte one is compared to the Physicians Formula eye booster, which can be a good thing. However, there's no product in here, guys. I think I used this one for like 3 weeks and it was done. This one, I used it for like 3 months or more than that, actually, before it ran out. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. If you're starting off with eyeliner, maybe give this one a shot until you get a little bit more steady-handed. Then you can move on to the Physicians Formula. And I also tried this one by Miniso. It was like $2 at some, I think the store is called Miniso, and it has a pretty good tip. But the thing with this one, it drags too much on the eye and it dries out really quickly, so I don't really recommend it. Okay, now for regular liquid liners, there's actually 2 that I finished up. One is the Aqua XL liner by Makeup Forever, which is actually this one. And I got this one while I was still working at Sephora. And I also have NYX's matte liquid liner. Now, both of them are really good options. This one's definitely more affordable. It's like $7.99. This one's $24. But trust me when I tell you, it's worth the $24 if you have really oily lids or if you tend to cry a lot. Definitely keep that one in mind. It's fantastic. So there's that. Okay. So I'm kind of rushing because I have a lot of empties, guys. I've been collecting these for a while. Let's do... It's like, yeah, they're falling everywhere. Let's do mascara. So I have quite a few mascaras, some full size, some mini sizes, and when I used to work at Sephora, I used to get some all the time. Some just came with kits that I purchased. So the first one is the Lash Domination by Bare Minerals. I actually went through 2 of these. This one's a really good mascara because it really gives you volume, it really gives you that thickness, that depth. And it's a really black mascara. Like, it does have pigment to it. So I don't really have much complaints, except it's not waterproof. I think they launched a waterproof version, but I haven't tried that one yet. And that one is $18, I think. Yeah. We have the NARS Audacious Mascara, which had the wand. And essentially the idea behind this wand was, it has these like little claw things. So it essentially, like, each bristle looks like this. So it's supposed to catch your lash, like right in between here. I know that looks, stop laughing. So it's supposed to capture your lash and like coat both sides as the lash goes through, as you swipe it through. It's supposed to coat all of the lash in mascara. It was okay. I think this one retails for $26. It didn't blow my mind. So it was just okay. It wasn't bad. It was just okay for $26. One of my favorites is the They're Real by Benefit. I've actually gone through quite a few of these. I don't even know where I left the full-size tubes anymore, but this one's actually pretty good. It gives me length. It gives me the right amount of volume. Actually, I have a new favorite, and it's actually by Benefit. So I've tried all of the Benefit mascaras. Literally. Between the Roller Lash, which is the curvy one, and the Benefit, They're Real, I actually really like more the They're Real than the Roller Lash. So Roller Lash doesn't do much for me because my lashes are really long. It doesn't actually lift them, and it doesn't give them enough volume. So it's just like, yeah, Tarte. The Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. Now this one I really like. It's just a basic one, nothing too crazy nor anything like that. But I really did like how it would really give me volume. It didn't give me cakey lashes, and it didn't feel heavy on my lashes. So this one was a win for me. The Sumptuous by Estee Lauder. And I've actually gone through 2 of these. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's also not the best thing in the world. Like, Estee Lauder has some freaking amazing products. Like, their foundation, oh my gosh. Their skincare, to die for. I actually have the Advanced Night Repair, so people are always asking me if I still use this stuff. I still use it. This one I actually really like it for my foundation. Like, mixing it together, so. This one was just okay. I mean, for a $30 mascara, it's good. It's not horrible, but it's like, it's $30. Okay, the Tarte Slash Paint. I did not like this mascara. I know people who love this mascara. It just didn't work for me, guys. Like, it was weird. And then it also came apart. See that? So then there was just like stuff everywhere. It was really messy. It wasn't a good mascara for me, so didn't like that one. Oh, this one. I have forgotten about this. See, when you go through so much shit, you forget about stuff. But this one's the Marc Jacobs, the Omega. I love this mascara. Like, I love Marc Jacobs. He needs to expand his shade range, but I love this mascara. You guys can tell it's all dried out. It's all grossing and old, but I really did enjoy this mascara. It gave me the right amount of volume, it gave me the right amount of lift, it gave me everything that I need in the mascara. So that one was definitely a win. It's like $32, I think, but it was definitely worth it. So maybe once I'm done with all of my mascaras, I'll go buy one of those. Okay, so I have the MAC in Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. Again, one of those is just okay. Didn't do much for me. The brush looked really cool, and I feel like the brush was what mainly did all the work. I think the biggest fail for me was just the formula. I like voluminous lashes. Like, you guys can tell today, I'm not wearing fake lashes, but you guys can tell my lashes are there. I have naturally long lashes, so I need something that lifts them. This has been on since like 3 in the morning, and my lashes are still up. With this, I have my camel lashes like down, and that's not cool, guys. But anyways, not worth it unless you have like short lashes and just are looking for something thin. But then again, you could probably find something at the drugstore that will do that for you. So that is all of the makeup that I have, that I went through in a year. As you guys can tell, there was a lot of variety in there, but definitely these were some of the products that I really did like, that I continue to use. Some of them I would repurchase, some of them I wouldn't. It just kind of depends. And then the editing, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to put like repurchase, not repurchase, just because right now my camera is about to die. But I really did want to film this video so I could upload it for you guys, because I know I've been MIA. And you guys have spoken. I am doing my Dermalogica products next. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about Dermalogica, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm working there for a little bit. We'll see what happens if I stay there or not, but it's actually really exciting. I love it there, guys. And they're actually partly to blame as to why I can never film anymore, because I don't have time. But anyways, that's my next video, guys. I'm going to do a full-blown review of the whole Dermalogica brand. I've actually been using it for a while right now, but it'll give you guys a lot of insight into a really cool brand that's local to Southern California, has been here for 30 years, and most of us don't even know that. Come on, we have to support our own. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, because that's where I put the polls as to what video I'm doing next.